to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's our visiting team and our home team on Sunday Night Primetime. On the visitor's sideline, their head coach. Her squad at 0-1 following the tough loss in the opener. His counterpart on the other side, the coach of the home team. His guys, on the other hand, were winners in their opener a week ago, so they'll try to make it 2-0 to start the season. Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And that's well done by the kicking team, who's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
If there was one thing, Mike, that I thought was really evident walking out of our meeting with him earlier in the week was just how much he shouldered the blame for last week's loss. He said, those 2 interceptions I threw, those are just inexcusable, and he didn't want to talk about the touchdown passes and all the good that he did. And while I think that's certainly commendable, there was a lot of other bad stuff going on in that field too. So I think there's a lot of things they can clean up, and if they do, I think they got a great shot this one.
And his initial touch, good for a couple. It'll be second down. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They face second down and 7. Throwing now from the gun. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. 18 yards on the pickup there. That's enough for a first down.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets, and he continues to make plays like that. Their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
Here's Carter. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third.
A gain there of 11, and that will be a first down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Ball on the 39. Here's second and 5. Come on. Now, faking the give. That's caught at Savion Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. That's enough for a first down.
Canton, first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. He'll look to throw. His pass complete to Darius Davis. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Williams in motion. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7. Now on 3rd. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by R.J. Mickens. Inside the 40. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Elks. Well, that changes the story quickly. Looked like a very nice opening drive to start. Instead, Greg, it goes back the other way, and the defense scores first.
And Mike, early on, that's exactly how they drew it up. They wanted to come out and establish themselves with this first drive of the game, and then all of a sudden, disaster strikes. Not only do they turn the ball over, the defense is able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Extra point try forthcoming. His kick is good, and the Elks will take a 7-0 lead. So Narveson now, after the touchdown, will kick this one away. Now return, coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. But Dreadnought's offense about ready to take over once more. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. You play a tight game and lose. It kind of changes the feeling coming into this week.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, man, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
On the ground, it's Davis. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
That's quickly out to Williams. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Back to throw. That was on target to Davis. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Ready, 3rd and 6. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
return man can only make a fair catch, and it is at about the 8-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. It is 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go.
The RPO, that one is complete. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of a first down after a gain of 7. Here's 3rd and 2.
Ready? Tracking 18. Let's go.
Here's a first carry for their running back. He's going to pick up the first down, getting this one past the 20.
And it looked at first like that opening was going to close up on him, didn't it, Mike? I mean, really nice job there by the back. Patient and quickness, kind of all at the same time to find that hole. And he's able to get through to keep this drive alive.
And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns. The ball's out. And it's going to be a turnover, and the defense comes away with the ball.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The Dreadnoughts offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. This is intercepted. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Virginia Beach.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get. Like, you're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
Extra point attempt to come here. The kick is good. And the Elks move out on top, 14-0. So Narveson now, after the touchdown, will kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Dreadnoughts offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Ready.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. So, from 37, here's 2nd down and a yard. A carry. This is Carter. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. But there is a flag on the field. And that is in the area where usually someone was held. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one. But still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down. On comes the punter now. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And he looks up, he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in.
Get it! Let's go!
His drive will start on the ground. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. To the left side, and it's caught by Felton. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Here we go, here we go! Hawk 70, Hawk 70!
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. But Dreadnought's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. And he'll take this past the 30, a gain of 6, mark it at the 31.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll send a tight end in motion. 1st down and more to the 45. 20. 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The try here for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Dreadnoughts are on the board. It's now 14-7.
Dreadnought 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Elks offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. This group slow to get things in gear in this one. Lost fumble on the opening drive, followed by a punt last time they had it.
Come on.
They'll begin here on the ground. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Defense finds the end zone. Great work inside by the linebacker, who takes it back the other way for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he just never saw the linebacker in the middle of the field, Mike, and the quarterback was locked in on his receiver, and once that ball came out of his hand, I think he wanted it back.
Not going for two, they'll kick the point after. He's got it, and the Dreadnoughts will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Elks offense getting set to get back to work. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 5.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll get this complete. It's Jimmy Horn Jr. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
It's a gain of 22.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Virginia Beach. First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
He finds a man downfield. It's Canton. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Get it. Ready.
Flush to his right, escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Start.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
No gain on the play.
Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before 3rd down.
19-18.
Touchdown, Elks.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, but you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix and run, mix and pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Point after try forthcoming. He gets it to go, and the Elks have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So Narveson now, after the touchdown, will kick this one away. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Dreadnoughts offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Flush to his right. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
And as the game goes on, these are the throws they got to find a way to connect with, those chunk plays. I like the idea of pushing it downfield, but the next time they get an opportunity, they've got to find a way to connect.
And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
A gain of 7. 1st down.
That's right side and brought in by Williams. Here's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Right back to Williams. They connect again. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this 1st half.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll look to throw yet again. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield. Now a 2nd timeout called by the defense. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
68, Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
Now, faking the give. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. Still going. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown.
So it's 3rd down, and it just seems clear that he's just trying to do anything to keep the drive alive. But even though you're trying to keep the punt team off the field, you just can't be careless and reckless. And that's really what he ended up being, Mike. And defense takes advantage and takes it back to the house.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and the Elks have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game.
14.
So Narveson now, after the touchdown, will kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. The Dreadnoughts offense going to get it one final time in this 1st half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So, halftime straight ahead. And we'll send it to Scott Anson, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studio.
And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. 3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. He fields it at the 8. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
31-yard line.
Come on, come on.
Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. From the 38 now, here's second and a couple. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to take this past the 45. And that's good enough for a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
No gain on the play.
Try again, it's second and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
Now this time, they'll look to throw. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. The toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
2-yard line.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
Ready. Steady.
He'll let it go deep left sideline. He's got it. And he's out of bounds in great shape. Down at the 15-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Viking 18. Let's go.
And he's in. Touchdown, Virginia Beach. His second rushing touchdown of the year.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dreadnoughts offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here. Needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line.
16 yards.
Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Dreadnoughts.
Look wide, get this one complete, and they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. 11 yards for number 11, and a first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
A good spot here, second and a yard.
At the 38-yard line.
Ready.
Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
Canton. First down. First and 10
Here
at
we
the
go, here we go.
35-yard line.
They'll run it with Davis. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Brought down at the 35-yard
From the 35, here's second and 9.
Second and 9.
Ready. Steady.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side. And it's taken in by Williams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
the Canton. First down.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Complete to number 8.
2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 16-yard line.
Now give on the ground. And it'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here's a run. And he's in. Touchdown, Canton. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Dreadnoughts back within a couple of scores. It's 35-21. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Elks offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10.
Cut it.
Up the middle they go. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. He's a yard short of that 1st down. 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now a handoff running right. He'll have a 1st down as he gets this up close to the 40-yard line.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Back to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's a run of the gut. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
60 by 6.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Open man is Horn. It's complete. They gain 18 yards on that one. And that will be a 1st down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go. Check up.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dreadnoughts offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 34.
Now they'll set up to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Now a 3rd and 2.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
He'll drop to throw. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. It is picked up by the defense. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you could ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case,
and remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. We might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After reviewing the play, ruling on the field is converted.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They'll try to run.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Quick throw here is complete. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
They'll swing this one out wide to Carter. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll look to throw. Exiting the pocket right. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
His receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's close to another 1st down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 31-yard line.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10.
A gain of 14. And a Canton.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Off play action, he'll set up. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But After that second down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different. I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
He's going to air this out for Davis. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
60 bites, 60 bites.
A handoff as they try to run it here, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Dreadnoughts offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10. There's that man again, another catch. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Throwing now on 1st and 10. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
That's into traffic, but taken in. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Get it. Hawk 70, Hawk 70, go.
That's quickly out to Williams. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down. Take a look at his receiving numbers. So he has been terrific. Over 100 yards in this one. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the air one more time. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the 1st down. They'll look to throw again. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw yet again. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
He'll look to throw. He'll look underneath and find Carter. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he will score again. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. 3 touchdowns for the game. His first 3 of the year. The extra point try forthcoming. It's up and through. And the Dreadnoughts are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Dreadnoughts 28.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Let's go.
It's first down, and they'll run. And he'll plow it forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now a second timeout called by the defense. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. And here comes third down. Now this defense will use a third and final timeout. They'll talk things over before third down.
Cowboy 80, go!
Try to pick this one up on the ground. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
This one not on target. It is short. It is right. It is no good. And their lead will stay right where it is. Here's first and 10.
Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll come up now for second down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Brings up second and 9 at the 45-yard line.
His throw left side is complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Here we go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Back to throw. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. Second and 10.
Let's go now.
Here we go. One final play. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL